Forest is shambolic. I did not expect them to win, but whatever they have played, whatever that was just one of the worst display of football from a team that had seen this season. And Angie has been fooling us. Like he's fooled us since that's like right now. Right now I'm just boiling. Right now I hate when a person fools me. I hate when I see a person and I think he's so good. And then I start realizing that he wasn't all that. Like from the time he left, he went to Spurs. Like Spurs was a team of warriors just after Antonio Conte. And Conte had complained that, he had to change the mentality of that team from whatever they were to where they are. Going from, I don't know, that mentality to a mentality of winners. And Angie came ruined. Like it was just a slow process of ruining that team. And Man United, I blame the fooling on Man United, because if it wasn't for that Man United, Angie will not have won a title and will not have been able to fool me and you guys at plus Marinakis or whatever his name is. The thing is, by the time Angie was coming from Spurs, that team was just had that mentality, a defeatist mentality, and it's usually infectious. And today I've seen the same mentality with Nottingham Forest. I'm so sure the score would have been different if it was Nuno. I'm so sure. Like, I know the last game they were beaten 3-0 by West Ham, and it was a sorry state just saying it. And I think it was just because everybody had realized that, the relationship was that bad and Nuno was going to be sacked. But before that, Nottingham Forest was known for their mentality, for just turning up, having energy, playing. If they have to rough somebody, they have to rough somebody. Just pushing it. Even when they're losing, they'll just push. And it wasn't very easy for any team to beat them. To come to this game where everybody, Murillo is down, Odoi is down, Gibbs White is nowhere to be seen. Everybody's just weakly. It's just a weekly game. Like everybody is weak. Everybody is being pushed around. Nobody is fighting for the team. Nobody is running. Nobody. And I think the same infectious defeatist mentality that this guy had on Spurs is the same thing that he has passed on to this Forest team. And I'm so sure Marinakis will come in and regret his choice because it's shambolic. It's so bad. But I'm not going to talk about Forest. I know Forest is bad and is going to lose, and they're going back to where they came from 17, 18. They'll join West Ham and Wolves in fighting for relegation. With Arsenal, I just want to address the Arsenal fans one-on-one talk. This was a hate watch. I'm disappointed, but then I'm so sure whatever I've seen is also what you have seen. Like the person we gave you, if it wasn't for the scores, if it wasn't for the goals, would have been the man of the match. I'm so sure he was the best player in the field today. And that just shows because in Chelsea he wasn't among the top 6 wingers. For him to come to Arsenal and become the best player in the field just shows the difference in quality. Right now you might not realize. Right now you'll be saying, "Oh, history has shown the last 2 years Arteta has never been defeated by Chelsea and whatever and everything." But then I'm so sure the season you'll see. The season you'll see the difference between what you have and what we have. But that's not important. The important thing is that for this game, and it's very bad, is that you had one of the easiest game that you are going to get this season, and you've gotten 3 points. And some of the guys who you didn't expect to score have scored. Some of the guys who you didn't expect to perform have performed. And the good thing is that they are fooling you. I can see through them. You are not seeing through them. You go to social media and everybody is praising Zubimendi, Zubimendi, Zubimendi. I've seen Zubimendi playing 6 or 7 games right now since you signed him. And I know today was a fooling process. Today he wasn't gelling in. He was just fooling you. But you'll not know that. Next week you'll depend on him going against, is it Man City? That's when you'll realize that he's not that guy. Again, Gyökeres is fooling you because I saw him play for Sweden 2 games and he was just running around. But today he got a tap in and everybody is praising him, which is good for us because when you have huge expectation on your players, it gives them pressure. And when it gives them pressure, it normally doesn't work out whenever they play, knowing that people are expecting them to score. Because throughout the first 3 games or the 4 games, there was a lot of expectations on them. And then they proved they were not the guys that we were expecting. And I'm so sure a lot of you guys had lowered the expectation on people like Gyökeres, Bimendi, and everybody. And you are supposed to go back and rely on people like Saka, the normal guys, rise to give you a goal. Now that they have shown they can score and are really raising the expectation on them, it might look good for you, but only for this game. For the next game, they'll come in expecting to score again, but it will not. They'll not be finding a Murillo who has gotten infected by the defeatist mentality from Ange. He will not be getting cells. That keeper usually fights for those balls. Today, even he was getting harassed in every corner. Every corner he was getting harassed. And I couldn't fathom. I've seen Cells making a lot of clean sheet and he was fighting for those corner balls, like just coming in to take the ball from above people's head. To right now, letting every corner just hit people's head like he was. I don't know. I feel Angie is a con artist. Angie conned me. I couldn't believe this game. I'm so sure Arsenal fans are happy with these results. But whatever I know is that it's not, they are good. Arsenal are good, but whatever they have displayed now is not because they are good. It's mostly because Angie is just one guy who needs to be looked at differently. He messes teams up, he messes the mentality of people up. But the good thing, it's worst. It's worst for the league because it's good for Arsenal. When anything is good for Arsenal, it's bad for the league. Is that they're happy. Like, I don't like when some of the players are happy, even those in the bench, even those who are injured, out there smiling. Like, this is just a walk in the park. Like, we are going through teams like it's a walk in the park. People coming off, people coming in, Timber coming off. Like, you saw what I did. Like Madueke coming off and is getting applauded. Like, asking you saw what I did. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I hope I'm not sure about the Champions League, but I hope this happiness will be reversed next week. Those are 2 teams which I hope they don't win. It will be a bad show next week. But I hope that the happiness be cut down. I hope the happiness is getting cut down. I hope by the time you are going to the 6th, 7th game, you realize that this league is hard. It's not just easy. That's what I am hoping from. But this game has been shambolic. Forest did not turn up. I don't know which team turned up. I think it's just Angie and the remnants of that Spurs team that turned up today. And it's one of the games that I wish to forget. I know it's easy not to forget a game, but I'm praying that by next week I'm not remembering anything I've seen today. This was one of the worst game I saw because it was the worst, worst. Was it the worst head watch? It was among the worst head watch I've seen. I don't like when Arsenal people are happy. Fuck,